Okay, go ahead.
Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. Jeffrey Epstein is a financial guy. Okay. Just so you know who he is. Him and his girlfriend would have this beautiful mansion in an island that he would invite people to come to his island. Famous people, rich people, politicians, people who could change the world, kings and queens and princes, and princesses. The most powerful people in the world he would bring to his island, and they would come there and have intercourse with young underage girls and boys. Okay? A lot of stuff going on that island. So he would use those girls and boys to recruit other girls and boys to come to the island. Almost like TikTok now. And they get on there and say, hey, y'all want to have fun and come to this island? And you get paid all this money just to do massages.
Fantasy Island. That's his own.
Naked massages. That's all you got to do.
Okay.
And then we pay you money. You get money. You do everything. And you get all you want. And they're the most powerful, richest people in the world that you do this for. And of course, a lot of teenagers and stuff was like, okay, whatever. But it's still illegal. Those are underage kids.
Right.
So the fact that he understood that he wasn't that good of a financial advisor, Epstein.
Right.
He figured out the way to make his money was to blackmail people.
Oh.
So come to the island.
Keep this information on
if you don't want me to say what you were doing. I got tapes. I got all kind of stuff. Give me $1 million. And
I'll keep it hush hush.
So then people started realizing, okay, we can still have our little crazy fun. And we could just pay him. He's not going to say anything. And then we'll be okay. Well, these two women came out. They're grown women now. And said that all this stuff was happening to them when they was underage. And that's the whole thing that brought his whole camp down.
Do they not think that that's going to happen even in the future?
We always say this now with the pastors.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
We say that now with the pastors. That stuff is coming out. Y'all don't think that what's done in the dark ain't going to come to light?
I guess people just think, like what Ice-T said, he did a lot of criminal activity. He didn't get caught though.
Okay.
So that's his phrase to use it.
Okay.
I never got caught.
So these
that
women
means that I'm good.
These women come out and that takes him out and his girlfriend out by them coming with the accusations. Well, they lock him up, and remember he offed himself in prison.
Yes, he did.
And the way he offed himself, everybody was like,
think somebody got
there's
to
no
him?
way you can crush your neck and all this stuff.
Somebody got to him.
Well, that's what we saying. Because he has all these secrets.
But then getting to him ain't going to stop the secrets from
Well, if it's in his head, if he knows all this stuff, well, the girlfriend is still around. So let's get her. So they got her locked up somewhere, but we can't off her. Because if we off her, then they may say it's too much coincidences going on with everybody. But it's funny how a lot of other people that surrounded him were offed. A lot of the people that helped him do the stuff he did are offed.
Really?
Yeah. And they did the same thing he did in jail. They offed themselves. A little odd, don't you think?
Oh.
So now there's a list. Well, it's not a list, but the girls sued the girlfriend in a civil suit. And these documents in the civil suit where she named names. She named people who was at the island. She named people who she heard him and her talking about. She named celebrities that was friends with him. She named everything. And in these court documents, when they came out to the public, because, we can see court documents.
Mm-hmm. They're open to the public.
They had the names blacked out.
Oh.
So we couldn't see the names of these celebrities and politicians.
Okay.
We just knew the stories.
So the rumor is people are on that list.
On the list.
That's people getting accused.
Yes.
Already lies on her because Whoopi got mad.
Yes.
She on his list.
She's on the list.
She said, why am I on the list?
Well, hold on. So it's not a list, like it's not a list of names. It's the documents.
Yes.
And in the documents, these people are listed in different parts of the document.
And how they connected with him.
How they connect with him.
Way.
So you got it?
It wasn't all illegal.
Right. That we know of.
that we know of. But she came clear on hers. She said, I don't go nowhere. I wasn't nowhere near this man's island or whatever.
And it don't even have to be people who he really knew. Yeah. It's just maybe at that time the girl said he mentioned the name of that person. Okay. And that's what made you go, oh, okay, you know that person. He could have just been bragging.
Because this information going to take us to even our next story as well.
So some of the names on the list was Prince Andrew. Yeah. Okay. On his name, it was alleged he actually did something to one of the girls when she was underage. He settled out of court, paid her millions of dollars for it to go away. So his is done with.
Okay.
Okay. But his name is still in the document. Oh, I didn't talk about how the document came out. So the Republicans or conservative people have been fighting to get this list, the names removed, the marks removed. Because they know it's a lot of Democrats in there, like Bill Clinton, a lot of governors that are Democrat, a lot of senators and congressmen and celebrities. And they don't like none of them. So they like, unseal that list. So we see who the names are. So Marjorie Taylor Greene and a lot of other ones have been fighting to get that, take those black marks off of there. Did you know that our own Senator Durbin was fighting to keep the black marks on there?
Durbin?
Yeah.
Was he doing it for a privacy thing?
This is allegedly.
Or is his name on there?
We don't know. Well, not all the documents have been released yet. Only a few of them have been released now. More are going to be coming out throughout the week or the weeks. So Durbin and a couple allegedly, they said, was fighting to keep the names hidden. Well, the judge ruled and said, nope, take the marks off of the names and the public should be able to see the whole suit and what happened. It's open to the public. Okay. And that's what happened. So this first part of the documents released and these names were on the list. That's why you said Whoopi Goldberg and Michael Jackson. Now, Michael Jackson never went to the island. Right. He was mentioned because one of the girls said she met him at this dude's house, Epstein's house in California. Okay. Michael Jackson, we heard, was there because of financial reasons. Remember, he was going through a whole thing with Sony. So he was there. He was literally there to meet with him for his actual job. For his real job. Okay. But now people don't want to hear that. Just like we was talking about with Cat Williams. They like mess.
Blend it all in.
They like mess.
Yeah.
So they put Michael Jackson on there. Oh, what was he doing? And all this. Nothing. So stupid. Prince Andrew was marked down as somebody who was actually doing something. Bill Clinton's name is on there. They didn't say he did anything. It just said Epstein said, she said she was talking to him and Epstein said, well, Bill likes him young. And Bill Clinton has gone to the island. So with a message like he likes him young and he's gone to the island, you put two and two together and you assume.
Make your own story, your own narrative.
But until you can prove it, it's all alleged. So he was one. It's a couple of other people on there where their names were just mentioned that he might have been on the phone with him and she heard him, or that he said he know him or something.
Or he was doing financial things like Michael.
Now, Trump's name is on there.
Of course.
Now, you're going to get a load of this. I know Democrats don't like this. Trump is probably going to use this, and he's probably going to say it on his Truth and everywhere else. When he goes to his next rally, he's going to say this. Yeah, I was on there. You know why? He was using Mar-a-Lago with young girls. When I found out about it, because remember, you can rent out Mar-a-Lago. When I found out about it, I kicked him out of there. Not only did I kick him out of Mar-a-Lago, but I helped some of those two women you're talking about. I helped pay for them to be able to go up against him to sue him, you old dirty nothing. So it makes Trump look like a hero.
Again.
It makes the Democrats look bad. It makes Trump look good. All this is out in 2024. Man, you couldn't make a better setup.
But you know what? The sad thing about it is that the Jeffrey Epstein, it wasn't just the island and the whole situation there. You said there were other business ties with people. And that's why Oprah, because I see what what's his name is saying, that's another story. Whoopi had to say, my name is mentioned too.
Yes.
She said, I wasn't nowhere near the island thing and stuff. If she was in contact, maybe her name was mentioned.
Her name might have been mentioned.
Or she may have talked with him for some financial advice.
Or he just mentioned her name. He might have said something like,
"This list is driving people crazy."
After we go see Whoopi Goldberg in concert, we're going to go back to the hotel.
Yes.
So her name, Whoopi Goldberg, is mentioned in the document.
So we're getting a little taste of what they talked about on The View. Everybody just kind of hold your
relax.
Horses. Everybody want to run with it. Like he said, what's his name? Everybody, yeah, his name probably on there too.
Yeah.
Oh, his name was mentioned too. For what though?
Everybody just relax.
I'm so tired of this Jeffrey Epstein thing.
Unless you, and the same thing with the Cat Williams.
Right.
Unless it's proven.
Right.
It's all hearsay.
It's allegedly.
It's allegedly.
Yeah.
That's it.
But go ahead.
But everybody go right with everything.
Run with the dirt.
So that's the Epstein list. Now, the reason why I said gatekeepers in our title are going to be snatched down in 2024, this isn't it. It's more documents coming, mm-hmm. and the documents that are coming are actual acts that these women are saying that these celebrities did.
They did on
them. So, and a lot of them are big time politicians, big time celebrities. Their names
just like that lady.
Are coming.
What's her name? Heidi?
Yes.
This is the same.
They said
name.
This makes that prostitute list, Heidi prostitute list, look like nothing.
But my thing is, you got money, you're famous, you got money, or you're not famous, you got money. Why can't you? The worst that you could ever do is do something privately, but yeah, you'll pull somebody else in that can still tell on you.
Yes.
But I would rather do that and risk that one person I'm doing one-on-one in my basement versus going to some big old fantasy island.
Right.
With cameras.
But that's what they saw it. They saw it as fantasy island.
Who does this?
This was back in the day though.
Keep on the down low. Your little dirt mess.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody know.
David Copperfield was one of the people.
I'm sure.
And he was one that was actually alleged to actually do something, not just mentioned.
Okay.
So it's you got to look at why the person's name is on the list and what's the allegation against them.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's all I'm saying with the Jeffrey Epstein list. Now, speaking of the Jeffrey Epstein list,
and I know Christopher said it in his thing.
Christopher said about Jimmy Kimmel.
I told Kim